don't like you. Actually. Good morning, welcome to Cape Town, sunny Cape Town as it is for another World Cup match in Masters Hockey. This morning's game, we have England against Argentina, and what's proving to be a top of the table clash. It's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out. This game taking place at Harteveld in Cape Town. Nice, glorious morning as we have here. This is an over 50 game. Players on the field in the over 50 category. And like we said, this is a top of the table clash, and so it's going to be interesting how these teams pan out, because the result here could impact the playoff games going forward. So both teams will be really interested in the result. As we have an early inroads for England, the pull back into the circle, and after the pullback there seemed to be a bit of a stick clack. Pasquale just been penalised there as the ball popped loose, and we have our first short corner of the game very early on. And this is a PC for England. As I said before, top of the table clash. England have played 4 matches already. That's been their last pool game. Argentina only played 3. Both teams coming out on top in all their games so far. So both teams with the maximum points, although England have played one more game. As England get their first penalty corner, looks like Nicholas is lining up for a shot here. Umpire saying that one of the players broke early, and if you break before the injection, you get sent back to the halfway line and your team gets to defend with one player short. Teams normally have a variation for this. They come with some ideas of where to move the ball into the space. Let's see what England come up with here. Ball ejected out, looking for the hit. Nice big hit, but the log happening, and then the ball just being popped over the stick on the rebound. Good alert hockey there. You could see the ball being smashed into the circle. Keeper doing a good job of logging for the first one. And on the rebound, ball just popping out. Didn't quite get the number of who scored there. We'll get that now. But a fantastic effort as England go 1-0 up in this game very early. A good start to this encounter. And they'll be happy with that result. Ball popping out, and again, England getting the possession back. Just hanging on to it nicely. Argentina putting the defense up, but again, teams at this level, the longer you keep the ball away from the opposition, the better. Less chasing you have to do, and then unfortunately the ball given away cheaply. Argentina coming away with the ball, looking for the sideways motion. No options open as England are putting a lot of ball pressure on. Goal scored there by Joy Lucy. Just to confirm that. And the ball goes back into the circle. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too direct. And Argentina able to block the route one, locking it back out again, and England get to reset at the back. As the ball gets transferred, Irene Hall just making the ball go wide. A little bit of midfield pressure. A lot of stick clacking going on as the ball's loose in the midfield. It is an early morning game. I won't say early, it's not too early, just after 8 o'clock in the morning, yeah. Sun coming up on the horizon. As England again throw another ball forward. Enjoying a period here of a bit of dominance in the first quarter. Argentina going to have to find a way to just get the ball out. As they give it straight back to England. England are going to enjoy all this possession. Just moving the ball around nice and neatly. Embry in the midfield, just being the distributor. Picking the options going forward, and that time choosing go out to the right half. Looks like Lisa Workman out there. And Argentina reset with the ball down the line. Just trying to find the break as they do find an overlap here. Through ball, this could be a good run. Everything looking good. We've got 2 runners picking on the ball. Circle entry, which is the most important part. Can they get something from this? They push the ball into the foot, and there we go. Really good work being done there. The through ball was for the runner. We've seen so many times. The characteristic of Argentinian hockey is the running game. The hatch ball being thrown all the way forward. Latched onto in the circle, and a simple foot resulting in a penalty corner now for Argentina. Their first foray into the opposite circle, so we'll have to see what they're coming up with here. Again, looks like a straight strike ball coming out nice and neatly. Trapped on the D, rolled in. The big hit coming in. And I dare say that ball's actually saved by Argentina. Ball got smashed in and for the deflection. And unfortunately, the deflection was just pushed wide. As England now, as teams often do on the short corner when they get it, come back on the counter. Leaving players high during the short corner, just in case they do win it. And then just coughing it up at the last minute. As again, we see Bespavani for Argentina having lots of legs and lots of running, especially this far into the tournament. A lot of people carrying legs. Slight injuries at this time. Speaking to a couple of the players this week, as the tournament goes on, 2 things happen. You run your legs in and you also get a bit tired. So fitness will be shown at this time. Sarah Emery again, just calmly controlling the midfield. Picking to go right a lot. In that time, the ball just popping loose. As Argentina now have a quick free hit. They're in the 22 looking for a circle entry. They get one. Last time they're in this position, they just drilled it against the foot. This time, unfortunately, not being able to make any inroads. As Irene Hall comes away with the ball in the circle and just pushes out wide. But again, the turnover has happened. Argentina will be looking for some circle entry here to find some value for money. The run to the baseline on the backhand. In the D, which is important. Trying to find a foot. Pull the ball back on the tackle, and umpire saying that it was cleanly on the stick. And then there was a follow through and a bit of a bump. And England getting to reset at the back. Coaching staff always have a plan when they come into these games at the beginning. But once the game starts, then it develops in its own character. And we just see a bit of a scrappy end-to-end at the moment. England transferring the ball nicely, and Argentina doing all the running up front, trying to block the channels going forward. England patient enough. Irene Hall just been holding the ball. And the ball going forward. Unfortunately, just a missed trap there. But England win it back comfortably. control at the back. Very happy to keep it for long periods. Slight mishit there, unfortunately. As ARG get the ball again. Smack a big ball. That's fantastic. 45-degree ball, edge of the D. Bit of backhand skill. Trying to turn. Eventually turning forehand and finding the stick. Looked like Ray Fortes from here that was just turning nicely there. And finding the foot for the second short corner. Umpire overturning that. Not quite sure what happened there, but looked like it's a foot. Umpire saying England get the 16 and then get to reset and play out the back again. England having the possession, but in their half. So territory-wise, they're still holding the ball at the back, and any turn of the could be costly. But so far, been very confident in the way they're moving the ball around. Ball back into the midfield. Emery just holding onto the ball, but there again, being dispossessed. Argentina running the straight line, as often happens. That was Pasquale, just running the straight line. England player has to get out of the way, but I think a couple of clever twists and turns there, and she kept the England player in the way. And the umpire then saying, obstruction. And now we do have the short corner for Argentina. The last variation, we had a straight hit, was deflected from the P spot, just wide. We've got two deflectors on the right, one slip on the left. And the straight hit looks like the main option, yep. Nice injection straight. It's been rolled in and hit. A great save on the line. Clean hits straight through first wave, beating the keeper. But I fear it looked like Sarah Emery on the line there, making a galleon save as Argentina hit another ball at the circle, and this one goes straight through harmlessly. That short corner definitely being palmed away from the goal by Emery, who was on the post. Nice neat hockey. A very clean strike from the top. England will be wary of giving short corners away with that weapon on top. As again, England try and find their way out the back. Argentina pressing really nicely and coming away with the ball a lot out of these situations. Hustling England wherever they can. Forcing the bad pass and then running onto it as fast as possible as they pushed England all the way back into their D. Coaching staff encouraging Argentinian players to press on the ball, make sure that England got no time on it. Now they've won it, trying to reset themselves. A little over to the top. Looked like it landed in front of the two players waiting, but umpires often, if there's two players waiting, they blow for the danger of the throw. And England get to reset. Again, deep in their half with the pressure on them. And you're going to need to find ways to move this ball forward. They do have the 1-love lead. But if they continue playing in this part of the field, any turnover is going to be costly. Emery throwing the ball out wide, or just a mistimed slap. And again, Argentina winning the ball in the midfield. Fernandez is throwing the ball forward, but unfortunately, Santoro not able to pick it up. Argentina with all their players in this side of the field, overloading the channels. And again, Argentina winning the ball. Just getting it off there. It looked like Sabas just pulling it off. As Argentina take it to the corner, just looking for a circle cross. Again, England trying to throw the ball forward, but under pressure now with a missed tackle in the midfield. They do have extra numbers here, throwing the ball nicely between themselves. Just try it. If they had clean pass options there, Carol Cole just coughing the ball up, and she'll be unhappy with that because they really had numbers. And as always happens, if you don't convert those chances, Argentina are always going to run it back at you and come down the field quickly. Pasquale in the midfield, lots of good pressure there. Nice tight match. Little midfield tussle going on there. Lucy Joy applying all the pressure. Just not coming away with a free hit. England with a deep trough ball now, trying to get the ball forward. And again, a ball to the midfield. This is where they need to distribute from. Ball a bit of air, which worked quite nicely, and it's going to be an overlap now if they can just get the ball going forward. Again, pressure from the midfield. Pasquale really irritating the English midfield by constant pressure on the ball carrier. They can't get their pass away. As England resets in the middle. Paul and Nicholas just sizing up the options. Fires the ball down the middle. But Argentina waiting for it on the route one. Argentina now trying to find the ball through. England a little bit unlucky there. They were in the right positions. Just couldn't pick that off cleanly. Argentina with the trough ball around to the left half. And missed, not controlled. Ball on the back of the stick. Just rolled up the stick and then down the back of the stick. As Paul and Nicholas now looking for an option, but again, Pasquale in the midfield, really good at coming in from all the angles and making the tackles happen. As this midfield scrabble is now going to be what's going to determine the outcome of this game. England just guilty of holding the ball a little too long in front of moving players forward. Good step there by Paul Irene, but it's going to cost them because the turnover happened. A little bit of interest there. Looked like Tarquini tried to throw an overhead from the middle of the field. Might have been a better option to keep the ball going flat and moving along. Again, England leading this tussle 1-0 with about a minute to go in this quarter. Early short corner goal of a rebound. But since then, Argentina applying all the pressure, trying to find a way through. I think England might have looked at the clock and said, just under a minute left, might be time to just slow the game down a little bit. Good infield break there. England just nicely holding the ball. And Argentina forcing the turnover again. Just applying the pressure. They've got 20 seconds to get this ball inside the circle. Big hit coming through. Ball running loose in the edge of the D. They'll be upset with that. Everybody went a little bit too high and the ball's run behind. They've overrun the ball there. They've got ball on the outside, but 10 seconds to go. They're going to want to crash this ball and see if they can get something. The ball goes in, unfortunately, over the baseline. I think that's going to be the end of this quarter. England 1-0 up, as we'll join you for the second quarter shortly.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room, thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation, and about training and improving those skills, looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. TheHockeySite.com. Share the knowledge.
As you join us here for the second quarter in this game between England and Argentina. England 1-0 up. This is one of the over 50 matches in Pool A at the Masters World Cup. England enjoying an early penalty corner and scoring off the rebound to go 1-0 up. But since then, Argentina applying all the pressure. They're just not finding a way through. England having to trough the ball very deep in their own circle. Argentina pressing really hard, and England trying to find the space going forward, but they have just found a very nice passing game going there. Workman getting a bit of a tap on the back of the stick and getting the free hit. And England going back into the trough ball. They're going to be very wary of not being trapped at the back here. Sarah Emery with the run through. Nice clean move. Butterworth just having, again, like we said before, receiving the ball in the midfield, but lots of pressure as Bellin now got the ball on the sideline. Dropping the ball infield and coming back to Bellin. She's got space now. A good 1-2 pass to create the space there. Driving into the circle. Bit of a stick clack just on the outside. The diagonal run happening to make the 5 yards. When she'd run the 5 yards, she could head into the circle and she crashed it across, but no England player was waiting. She'd be disappointed with that because all the hard work to get it there and the cross on the right side of the goal, where players should normally be waiting for a deflection. Argentina now at the back, looking for a trough ball. They've been hitting this ball forward quite a lot down the channels. This time, Embry waiting for it. As England now playing on the baseline, this is going to be a good circle. You can tuck the ball back to the P spot. Just finding the Argentinian stick. Really good run around the baseline there. And again, another chance to do it. Playing the ball infield. Ball in the circles. Line loose. Umpire just calling a foot there. Ball just popped up. And Argentina going for the quick counter. They've got numbers here if they can just find a ball through. And they do find a ball through. A run on the goal here. Tokini going to have a shot. Finding the keeper. Still got it. Goes for the push. But England have run around on the defense. And a double shot coming to nothing. Keeper coming out. Lorraine Wallace, the keeper, coming out, making the save. After the save had been made, Tokini had the second shot and she went for the push, but players had run around into the goal. Looked like Paul and Nicholas, who actually made the final save there, ran around behind and cleared the ball up the sideline. One of the better chances that Argentina have had so far. Again, knocking the ball in the circle. They've got it. Very good trap. The press Fanny just on the backhand there, receiving the ball. Bit of confusion about what happened, yeah? Looked like she had a shot and it came off somebody because the long corner's been awarded. Not Argentina get to reset. Need to move the ball 5 yards before the circle entry, and unfortunately just running straight into English player. Looks like Karen Cooper. And England now come away with the ball, and they've got space to move the ball if they can find it. Bellin moving the ball forward. Good drop. Paula Nicholas, she gets to make a choice now. Again, lots of pressure from Argentina. Not a lot of space to work yet. Diane Bellin moving the ball back. Embry now moving the ball wide. They're creating good space here if they can find the open channel going forward. Again, ball across to Woods. Finding long ball forward. Getting the free hit deep in the field. Look like Bamfield, the captain. As again, England make the run sideways to make the 5 yards and then try and crash it in. But Argentina have got a solid number of players on route one, waiting for the direct entry. And England players may be a bit guilty of hiding behind their Argentinian counterparts when that ball gets knocked in, hoping for a miss. And at this level, it doesn't happen as often as you want. Argentina not coming there with a clutching ball. That was a 50-50 bang bang. Good pace being shown. The 2v1. If you can get the shot off, there's somebody on the P-spot building up for the shot. No shot coming off, and a goal-scoring tackle being thrown in again there by England. England players tracking back fantastically well. Argentina having another break in the circle. Plenty of circle entries at the moment. Just unable to find the back of the goal, which is what they desperately want. As England work the ball at the back into the open space. Good ball forward by Embry. The ball just going wide and being knocked off as Argentina have to reset. Santoro on the right. Looking for options. A lot of pressure from England as Bellin comes away with the ball. Looking for Embry at the back, who's been distributing all the ball. There's a channel open. Looks like Karen Cooper on the ball. Dropping the ball infield, but unfortunately straight to an Argentinian player. And this, we've seen before, the turnovers in the midfield. Argentina like to take it down the field quickly. As England try and keep their control on the game. Embry with the ball forward. The channel just being closed. The ball being knocked forward. And the ball out wide. This is a good build-up. Again, Rivas taking the ball forward, trying to throw an overhead, which is an interesting option. The circle was crowded. But again, when Argentina win the ball, they take it from the halfway line to the England 22 very quickly. And that's where the problems ensue. 3 balls to the T-point, and here we have Embry coming to the rescue, getting to the ball first. They've actually lost count of the circle entries now. Argentina having at least 8 or 9 to England's 3 or 4. The difference there, England scored their penalty corner and a 1-love up in this game. I'm not going to say they're defending the lead, but they're under the cosh. But defending well, which is what's important. Sometimes you don't have to have the ball, as long as you're in control of where your defenders are. To keep the game going. Argentina win the free hit. They're on the edge of the circle. They play the 5 yards. It's interesting when the ball gets moved. Difficult to track how many pulls go backwards and forwards, and whether the ball has actually at the end of that whole movement traveled 5 yards. Umpire's got to make a judgment call. In that case, umpire saying it wasn't 5 yards, and England get to reset at the back. And again, the trough ball happening with lots of pressure. There, the pressure comes in. England cannot afford to make any mistakes in their trough ball. Argentina win another loose ball on the edge and they attack the circle. What England have been really good at in all occasions, whenever they've lost the ball, somebody's come back hard to make sure that the cover tackle happens. Sarah Banfield, the captain, looking for options going forward. Just not finding the midfield. Santoro taking the ball forward there, and Banfield making the tackle. Argentina just working the channel, and the 45-degree ball being knocked across, but unfortunately knocked straight against Julio's foot. She wasn't expecting that, and the ball just clattered into her. Still a lot of time left in this quarter. As the game's developed now, we can see if Argentina got the legs for the rest of this game, they're fully running. As again, like I said, the intercept coming, the cross being pulled, the ball being loose in the circle. This could be a good chance if they can get the shot off. Ball being fired towards the goal. It hits a foot on the way through, and Argentina win their third short corner. Again, the pressure on the England trough ball paying off. Dispossession happening, turnover. And the melee in the circle afterwards, difficult to control. Any small errors and you're on the back foot. As Argentina win their third short corner, we see what they're going to pull out the bag. The last two have been direct hits. First one, they tried to deflect from the P-spot. Second one, saved on the line by Embry. As England planned their short corner defense. Ball coming out, nice and straight, not to the trapper. Hit happens. Sound like it hit something solid like a foot. Argentina getting the free on the outside. Ball running on the baseline. Looking for the tuck back. Oh, good inside-out skill. Very neat under pressure. Miguelo just pulling the inside-outside skill, and England knocking the ball over the baseline. Argentina with a really good quarter of hockey, but nothing to show for it in terms of goals. Ball getting knocked into the circle again. This ball's loose. Just England coming away with the ball. As expected, lots of fans coming on to watch this. Other teams of these countries coming to support. It is early in the morning, and England lose the ball again. This could be a chance. The hit comes in. Unfortunately, Bepresvani just knocking that ball wide. One of the better dispositions. Hooking the ball across the face. Lots of excitement in the crowd here, but just not pulling it off. They need one of those to go in soon, otherwise the frustration is going to grow. As England have just lost their shape slightly. Moving the ball sideways very well, but not finding the through ball through the channel to move the ball upfield. And the more passes they make, the sooner it takes for a mistake to creep in, and Argentina pouncing whenever they can. Good pressure on the ball as England again are moving the ball sideways. The pressure coming up front. Embry calmly playing forward. If you can find the forward pass, tries to slide it out wide. They've still got possession. Bellin's moving out wide on the left here. If she can see this long run, maybe a bit too far to hit that one. Had to work through more players. Fernandez on the ball, just protecting it nicely. Still has the ball and immediately looks to go straight on route one forward. Hits a very long ball. This ball's popped loose in the circle of a couple of ricochets. Just no control happening there. As the ball keeps moving around the back. England turned the ball over a couple of times here, but as soon as they do, not shy to fight for it to get it back. As now they have a foray up the field. Little arcing run on the sideline. Got around the player, just trying to find the delivery, but looked like Irene Hall. I can't see from this long distance in the sun today. Unfortunately, just running into Argentine defend on the baseline. Good defending there, making sure that the baseline is blocked so they can't run around. And again, Argentina with a long ball on the field. This could hurt because they need to control this. Ball popping loose. We have a run going forward here. Tarquini with the ball, looking to have a circle entry on the backhand, trying to pull it back. Pulls the ball back. We have a chance here. The backhand shot coming off. One of the hardest shots in hockey. Brave take that on the backhand. Try to knock it across. But Pesvani just looking for the ball. As we still have 3 minutes left in this shutout. Only the second half of the game, and the game been very exciting so far. England playing the ball down the line, looking for the turn. Umpire saying that there was too much pressure on the player. Looked like a bit of a body check. And England looking to keep the ball in the channel. They do have space on the open side of the field. Carol Quill on the ball, just trying to find the ball across. Finding the midfield. But as usual, Argentina getting the ball and down the middle of the field again. The long shot. And England not dealing with this time. The inside out. Tarquini looking for the option in the circle. Looks like Paul and Nicholas, I think. Or Irene Hall. Paul and Nicholas to step in front of the ball there. There's an interesting thing that happened here. One of the Argentinian players come right out of the boot. As the ball gets switched across. England, when they play to the open side of the field, they've got some spaces open. Argentina is keeping the small space. And there we have a good example. They've rounded the outside. Looking for the delivery. The cross just not coming in. England on the edge of the circle. Trying to twist and turn. Bellin on the ball. Drops it out. Again, this big slap coming in there. From Quill. Quill looking for options, but everybody very narrow in the circle. Not a lot of wide options in the circle. Everybody in the first line, and that includes Argentina and England as the ball does go down the route and the ball's line loose. And a backhand slap going across the goal, but unfortunately, the ball popping loose. Just going over the keeper with no pace. It looked like the ball didn't have enough pace to go into the goal. Argentina had come around and made the save, but in the making the save, kicked the ball. Umpire first awarding a penalty flick and then having to reconsider because it was debatable whether the ball was actually going to end up in the back of the net. Definitely an accidental foot, wasn't intentional. The backhand shot just flopping over the line keeper. As the call comes in. And the call is going to be the captains coming together to see what the call is here. Umpire explaining clearly what's going on here. I wish we had a microphone on the umpire so we could see what they were saying. It looks like a bully. I think there's a debate about whether the shot on target was actually the back of the stick or not. Bit of confusion there. I'm not sure why the bully ensued. England bench not too upset about this. I mean, maybe get a chance to get a short corner at least. But a bully ensuing. The ball definitely went over the keeper. Didn't have enough pace on it, and Argentina came around to clear it. And in the clearing, just caught the toe of the Argentine defender. Umpire first blown for a penalty flick, thinking if the ball was going in the goal, hit the foot. But I think on review, it did hit the Argentine stick first, and she had control before the foot. The call being that there was debate about the backhand shot, whether that was hit to the back of the stick or not. Definitely chipped over the keeper nicely. If you ask any forward, they're going to say it was a nice slap chip. Just needed more pace. And England, again, with a rare opportunity in the circle, have come away. We see a bully ensue. Not many bullies in hockey. One of the rare skills, it's a 50-50 decision. Two players get to fight for the ball after tapping their sticks together. and Argentina come away with the ball. Still a minute left in this quarter. England with the 1-love lead and almost doubling that to 2 after absorbing a lot of pressure. As you always say, doesn't matter what happens on the field, that's the end result, how many goals get scored. And England being value for money with that collision on the field. Yeah. Just 2 players going for the ball at the same time. Player being stopped because it looked like it might have been a stick caught in the face. Any stick on the face, always, any head wound, you want to stop the game as quickly as possible, even if it's a light one, because you're never quite sure what the outcome would be. Umpires will assess this and then call the medical staff if they think it's serious. At the moment, they indicating that it was a face contact with a stick. And now they're calling the medical staff on. Sometimes a stick knock on the face seems innocuous. But in this case, it looks like it's hurt. Again, just a 50-50 ball that was pushed through. 2 players running forward. And in the ensuing melee, actually it wasn't a stick, it actually just colliding with the player's body, with her face. Good intention, just unfortunately knocking her head. Medical staff just treating the player on the field. Time has stopped, till 20 seconds left in this quarter. Just making sure that if there is a head wound, you want to make sure that nothing more serious happening. A bit of concern out there, as we said before, England 1-0 up in this game, but Argentina, having all the running, all the circle entries, just can't put any shots away. England being patient in their defense, making mistakes, but winning the ball back when they need to, moving the ball around, and when they do get towards the circle, look dangerous in scoring goals, as we see player being helped to her feet. She'll be substituted now. Just make sure she's okay. Often a knock to the face results in a bit of shock, as the players all in good spirits clap her off the field. As we said for restart, we've got 20 seconds here. Argentina have the ball on the sideline. It's only 20 seconds, I'm sure they'll just knock this down the field and try and make sure the ball's out of their area. Over being thrown. England gathering this. Unfortunately, just making a slight error and knocking out the sideline. 10 seconds on the clock. It'll be need a big knock to get it across. We come to the end of the first half. England leading this encounter 1-0. But Argentina full of running. And the second half is going to prove to be very exciting hockey. Welcome back as you join us for the second half of this encounter between England and Argentina. This game taking place at the Masters World Cup of Hockey in the over 50 age group. England 1-love up in this game at the moment. Almost 2-love up with a second chance near the end of the half, but overall, Argentina enjoying a lot of the attacking play and circle entries, putting pressure on England. England defending like champs. But they're going to have to up their game if they're going to survive and not have Argentina score goals against them. Again, Argentina stepping on the midfield like they've done the whole game and winning the ball. Sabas just making a good step through there as the England pass came through. But the turnover happened and England now get a chance. England choosing to play the ball a lot more sideways and keep possession. Where Argentina, when they get it, they definitely knock the ball down the field. Looking for territory. And the long ball causing a bit of mayhem. Nice ball through there from Woods. Just ahead of a compatriot who couldn't get a stick on it on the backhand. Looked like Joanna Thompson from here. Right idea. But the backhand stop always one of the harder elements of the game. As Argentina knock the ball forward. It looks like England now have decided to set up a trap to stop the ball going forward to be caught. Which is a good idea because a lot of the balls going forward have gone through them. And in the ensuing ricochet and pinball have ended up in positions where Argentina have had a circle entry and in a couple of cases a shot on target which they've agonizingly missed. Mariana Sabas in the midfield now just taking control of the game. A slightly enthusiastic overhead being thrown too close to the England player, so it'll be ruled as dangerous. As England again play the side ball first, changing the width of the field. Got some space now. The infield cut, and they're looking forward. But by then, her forward had made the re-lead. So Butterworth just couldn't find a player there. As Sabas trying to find a way down the midfield, and the turnovers happening like often now. Ray Forte is just pushing her way through. And again, Argentina looking for the long hit, as they do often. And England winning the blow. This is the second event this year in the World Cups for Masters. The number of age groups have grown so much over the years that the tournament is now split into 3 categories. The first one was held recently in Nottingham in England, where we had the over 35s and over 40s playing in that tournament. This is the second tournament here in Cape Town, South Africa, for over 45s, over 50s and over 55s. And there's still one more to come in Tokyo later this year. And that's going to be for the over 60s, over 65s, and I believe there's going to be an over 70 category in the men as well. As my colleague often says, the survivor category. Great tackle on the edge of the D. Unlucky deflection off the stick. It really was a good step and a good tackle on the edge of the D. Ball popped up, but umpire deciding there was something wrong there, awarding the penalty corner. Irene Hall making a really good tackle on the edge, but with infringement, Argentina get awarded their 4th penalty corner. Calabria on top, the weapon in terms of hitting the ball in with pace. And if Calabria comes out, good trap. Little lob flick, just to give the keeper some hassles. Good save there. The underutilized lob flick there. The ball got knocked down by the keeper, but definitely had the keeper thinking about what needed to happen there. The flick could have been a bit higher to make the keeper save above her shoulder. And that often means the keeper keeps the ball in the air and they get the reward. Argentina again enjoying territory here, just turning and playing the ball into the English player. Looks like Woods. And Woods calmly controlling the situation and coming away with the ball. Trying to throw the overhead, but Just need a bit more power. Sabas on the run. Looking for the 5-yard penalty, but not happening. Ball popping loose of England. They're going to get a long corner awarded against them. The long corners in this game taken from the 22. In line with the ball went out the baseline. So Sabas palming the ball off to Escobar. Escobar will run the ball generally across the width of the field, trying to make 5 yards happen. You can't enter the circle until the ball has moved 5 yards. Making the pass to Sabas infield. There was a lot of space on the outside, but they've gone route one again. The backhand slap happening into the circle. Big sweeping slap there from Fernandez. And the ball just getting a little bit of air and confusing the English defenders. Argentina now win their 5th short corner. England to date only having 1 short corner. The difference being they scored that short corner, which has put them 1-love in the game. Argentina scratching and biting and trying to find any way through this England defense. Ball comes out. Good trap and a roll and the big hit coming in. Deflection coming in from the left-hand side this time. Ray Fortes making the entry. The hit from Calabria just wasn't strong enough this time. Topped it a little bit. As England survive yet another penalty corner. Again, Argentina puzzling on how to get through this defense from England. Stoic defending. Every time a loose ball happens, they're charging it down, making sure they're putting the legs in. Thompson now on the ball, trying to find a switch happen. Nicholas in the middle of the field, just making the player go wide again. Unfortunately, Argentina putting the pressure on, and there's a player waiting there. Julio just passing out wide. A bit of pressure, and this could be fruitful for England. There's numbers. It's a 3v2 with a bit of pressure, but they've turned it back in again. There's still people in the D. Ball coming across. Just been popped off the stick, unfortunately. The ball coming off the English stick and popping in the air, and the player coming in, and the claim is that the player made it dangerous that it was coming in. Normally the penalty corner is given for the person that lifted the ball and created the danger. England, though, not complaining. They've got a penalty corner. And their second of the game. Their first one was hitting low down the middle. Save made by the keeper, rebounded back, and they had deflectors coming in from the side. And they need to deflect it. Lucy Joy coming in and popping the ball over into the open goal. Need to see what they come up with now. England with a lot of players forward in this penalty corner. 2 deflectors right, 2 deflectors, 1 deflector left, 2 castles. Ball comes in. They're looking for the slip out to the left. Ball gets played into an Argentinian stick, and they're going to be in trouble now. If Argentina smack the ball on the field, there's numbers. A substitution as well. There's people on the left they didn't see. Argentina have the numbers if they can find the ball forward. Unfortunately, just a soft pass. And Irene Hall just stepping across, making the tackle. Don't think the Argentinian players saw that they had players coming off the bench. Tactical substitution. If they'd looked left, there were 2 free players coming on the field in open space. As again, Argentina knocked the ball forward with pace. Tarquini up front, just unable to grab a hold of that. She was in the D. Just got a stick tangle on the wrong side of it. Trying to go reverse stick when the ball was too close to her body. As England get the build-up going again. Nicholas passing the ball forward to Cooper. Cooper getting all the attention in the world, but winning the free hit as England, as they have done before, being good at moving the ball sideways and troughing it. At some stage, Embry now going for the ball forward, just being picked off by Argentina. I think they're waiting for that. And it's typical Argentina, they go straight back as far as they can. Sabas trying to make the play happen. Becoming very influential in the midfield. Sabas. A lot of play going through her. We're in the third quarter here. England 1-love up. Still lots of time in this game. Irene Hall making the turn, looking for the ball forward. Nicholas. Nice interplay again. Yeah, if they can just find a forward pass in the gap. There's nobody in the gaps going forward. Everybody's sideways. Paula looking for the through ball. Again, Argentina overloading the central channel. Hoping for that ball to be passed so they could intercept it. Argentina with the overhead. Not being caught. Unfortunately, Argentina knocking the ball away after the whistle. Fernandez just a little bit guilty there. Whistle went and there was just too much time after the whistle where she knocked the ball back to where she thought the free hit should be, but umpires don't take kindly to people knocking the ball afterwards. If she gets a green card, that's a 2-minute suspension. Argentina now going to play with the player down for 2 minutes. England happy to keep troughing the ball around the back. Irene Hall out wide. England losing the ball in the midfield. Thompson just been dispossessed then again. Argentina been very direct. Can they find a way through? Runner on the outside. Has the overlap. Circle entry coming. Embry is in the way. Hits Embry on the foot. It looks like it, yes. And with the player down, Argentina win themselves their 6th short corner. As of yet, they haven't scored from a short corner, but all these add up. And at some point, if England can keep giving short corners away, one of these are going to trickle in. It looks like Yakoaniani just running on the outside there. Making the overlap, showing a bit of pace. Nobody can find the ball at the moment. Everybody looking for it, and she brings it back. England readying the goals. Again, Calabria on top of the D is the one that normally hits this. They've got deflectors coming in from the right and the left. As the ball goes short this time. Going for the hit the English foot. Straight on the middle. Yakoniani on the left-hand side for the injection was wide open there. A slip to her might have caused some mayhem for England. Choosing that time to go to Takini on the left-hand side, the short injection. They've got one trapper with a striker, and then deflectors left and right. Short option again, Takini. This could go back to Yakiani. No, across the face of the goal. Needs a shot to come in at some stage, and the shot just not on target. Going wide and lifted. Needs to be on target if it's going to be called for. That ball definitely hitting the player high up. And England just dominating on the restart. Ball down the field. Everybody's arguing still the umpire. Now England have a circle entry. A nice big strike coming in. I think Sarah Bamfield, the captain, will be unhappy with that shot. She had a chance on the edge of the D. Ran the arc. Had the shot. But unfortunately didn't catch it clean enough. Injury coming. Looks like a player caught on the follow-through there. Sarah Bamfield is shooting. And as what happens often when somebody's shooting, the defender's got to make a choice of whether they step in and make the tackle. Unfortunately, making a tackle when somebody's shooting, they swing in their stick at full force. You need to make sure you're not caught on the follow-through. And not sure who the player was there, but looks like Miguelo just catching the ball on the follow-through. Sorry, the stick on the follow-through. It's a brave thing to step in there where somebody's shooting. The defender's often tasked with an impossible choice. Let the shot happen and maybe concede the goal, or get involved, try and block the shot from happening, but wearing the stick or the ball and taking some bodily damage. We've got just under 4 minutes left in this quarter. England still 1-0 up, scoring very early in this match. In fact, such a long time ago that most of us have forgotten when it was. It was in the second minute of the match when they scored. Nice early goal, and since then, the game be tilted towards Argentina. But again, I say tilted. No goals for Argentina, so England will be happy with their defensive work at the moment as they try and find a way forward. The green card suspension has been finished, so both teams back to full strength. England pressing high on the right-hand side here. As we've seen before, Argentina tactic has been to throw it over the top or smash it on the ground. England winning this one. Umpire not happy. Seems to hit a foot as Argentina step up the field and look for some options. Calabria going to step in, yeah. Very good at finding the channel to hit the ball down, as she does again. England have to intercept this one. Woods in the way, reading the ball well. Bellini, Hall, just good movement, keeping the ball moving around. As we said before, if there is such a thing as being guilty of moving the ball sideways too much, England might be guilty of that, but they're trying to keep possession. As Argentina hit the ball down the line and it comes off an English player's stick, so they get an out ball on the halfway line. Ball's rolled all the way to the corner, so it needs to be collected. Argentina going for a trough ball, which we haven't seen for a while from them. Trying to move the ball across the field to the open spaces, and they have done it to the right half. England, though, stepped across neatly to block it off. Ball then gets hit down the field, and a couple of loose stops of the ball. The ball's caught a couple of edges, and Argentina seem to be getting away with this a lot, with the ball running on the field, and then another big hit. Fernandez this time just not connecting it, and England away, coming away with the ball, moving the ball sideways. Hales now on the ball, looking forward. Not many options. Short option on the 45. Makes the simple pass. Cooper with a dropout. Again, Woods to Thompson in the midfield. Space on the far side if they find it. And there it goes. Again, back to Thompson in the midfield. Looking for options up front. There's only one run up front. And she finds it perfectly. Butterworth on the run. Hitting the back stick, shot at goal. Not catching the ball cleanly, and the ball hobbling along. Unfortunately, the Argentinian goalkeeper just getting the angles wrong there on the clearance. And the ball trickling in, and England doubling their lead, 2-0. Argentina will be very upset at that. They've had all the running of the game, and England just doing all the defensive work. Making sure that they in the way, tackling back the whole time. And that defensive work paying off. The few forays they've had to the circle have paid off for them. They've only had 2 short corners. And they've got 2 goals. 1 field goal and 1 goal from a rebound on the short corner. Julia Butterworth getting the ball in the edge of the circle. Hitting the backhand, a.k.a. tomahawk. Not catching it cleanly, but in the ensuing bounces, just enough disguise on it to confuse any keeper. And then Kaluza from Argentina will be upset with that as we come to the end of the third quarter. England leading 2-0. Argentina will be upset with that, but join us again for the last quarter to see what unfolds. Welcome back. You join us for the fourth quarter of this game between England and Argentina. It's in the over 50 ladies category at the World Cup Masters Hockey as England straight away under pressure. Argentina come crashing through, trying to get something. They have got a circle entry. Irene Hall just coming away with a fantastic tackle. Calm under pressure. England 2 live up in this encounter. A goal right at the beginning of the game with a short corner option. And then at the end of the third quarter, Julia Butterworth with a fantastic backhand with side spin, deceiving the goalkeeper. Watching the replay, she'll be proud of that angle. England 2 live up, but Argentina now full of intent as they drive forward, and I'm sure England are going to be under the barrage in this last quarter. 17.5 minutes of pressure coming. Argentina missing some crucial opportunities to score goals. Just unable to find the clear opportunity towards goal. They've had 6 short corners to England's 2 short corners. They had dominance in short corners. The ball enters the circle again for them, but as you've seen so many times, Embry, Nicholas, Hall, fantastic defense down the middle of the field. Thwarting many opportunities going forward as Hales has the ball on the sideline now. Very good inside-outside skill. Good passing game happening there. Cooper finding the ball back to Thompson, trying to find the through ball. Another good ball to Butterworth. Butterworth been left the sole striker up high. And a couple of these balls get thrown, I'd say to her, but in her vicinity or put in front of her for the chase. 2 of them she's latched onto. The last one, the most important one, that she pulled back and could pull the backhand shot. Argentina with space in the midfield if they can get the ball out. Opting for the long ball as they have often. Rivas now holding the ball on the sideline. Turning out. Sabas now with pressure. Mariana Sabas did a lot of work in the midfield for Argentina. I think England realizing that now and having pressure on her from the reverse press and the front press. As Calabria is now going to look for the long ball. Hit a couple of these today. Sounded like caught in Argentina. Foot on the way through there, but anyway. Nicholas looking for the ball forward. Again. Trying to find Butterworth up front again by throwing the ball into the gap. Expecting a little bit too much from Julia Butterworth. As Calabria again knocks the ball downfield, and England, a couple of these balls have been bouncing off their sticks and they've lost control. Allows Argentina to just get further down the field than is normal. Embry now trying to close shop at the back. Firing the ball on the line and giving the ball a little bit of air, because when the ball's in the air, very difficult to handle for the receiving players trying to intercept it. Sylvia Rivas just struggling with the ball. A nice clean slap there from Woods to Hall. Ball transferring all the way to the far side. Looks like Lisa Workman on the left there. And again, England going for the trough ball. We've seen this often. And Argentina putting the pressure on like they have a lot. Get into the circle. Ball's loose. Good tackle there from Embry. She lost control of the ball on the trough ball, but won it straight back, which has been really good. Bamfield, the captain, just not receiving the ball cleanly there, but Hale's been allowed to carry on playing. Advantage being played here. Circle cross coming. This time nothing coming from it. Ball got in the circle, but it was a bit scrappy. Players unsure where that was going to end up. Carol Kull at the end, just not being able to get the shot off. So 13 minutes in this game. England 2 live up. Ball on the middle. Argentina with no players in the middle of the field at the moment. Everybody spread wide. So that pass was to nobody. As Nicholas happy to turn to Embry and say, please play this ball forward into the gap. And there it goes. Just unfortunately not accurate enough for finding the Argentinian stick, sorry. As the ball runs out the side. Argentina get the free hit. Tarquini just dropping the ball back to Sabas. Calabria got the ball, looking for the ball forward. Still in control. Pasquale dropping back into the midfield, trying to be provider. They've moved this ball a couple of times and then normally results in a long hit like they did there. Not sure what that came off, but England have won the ball back and will now transfer the ball to space to Hales. Just making sure the ball is far away from Argentinian players. And loose plays by Hales. She won't be happy with that. And going forward, Embry placing herself right in the middle of the field. Cool, calm and collected, and back to Hales and said to try that pass again. Hales been putting a lot of pressure from Sabas, but Sabas been given the blow there. Hales won't be happy with that as they drive forward again. There's a ball open down the line. Bespravani just picking the ball up and turning. Been full of running up top there. As Argentina drive forward again. Escobar opting for the ball on the line when what they really need to be looking for here is balls into the D and into that direction. Everything closed down, so she has to go by herself. Driving the ball to the far corner, and most defensive teams will be happy with the ball that high in the field as they, again, a bit of skill. The backhand pull, colliding with the English player, but Embry on the route one, coming away with the ball. As we said so many times in this game, Embry and Hall always in the middle of the field, making sure that all the direct options are blocked. And Argentina now stuck in this top corner. England coming away with the ball. Just a little bit of loss of control there. Calabria's on the ball. And as we've seen before, moving to the circle. This will be knocked forward. No, move sideways. And there's the ball forward into the D. Ball got to go a long way there, but Nicholas picking up the ball, let it go. And they've got some numbers going forward here. Bamfield looking for options. Ball coming out wide to Quill. Locking the ball forward to the D. Just an Argentine stick getting in the way. They've still got it. Backhand pass. Ball across the face of the goal. Looked like Bamfield, the skipper, getting a loose ball in the circle. Fired across. Partly towards the goal, partly for deflection. There was nobody there for the deflection, but England having a golden chance down the field there. Woods to the middle of the field. Blind pass coming in there. Carol Cool will be unhappy with that. Thought there was a player waiting, turned and fired it in, but all the players had vacated the area as the ball comes back out again. England now enjoying a really good passage of play with moving the ball around freely. Woods making a dash down the side, trying to find the hit. Connects the ball, but doesn't quite go in the direction she wants to. The net effect, though, has put Argentina right back in their corner. As we have just under 9 minutes left of this final quarter of the match. If Argentina are going to make any inroads, they're going to have to score a goal fairly soon. Put some scoreboard pressure on England, but at the moment England are just running forward at all costs. Sarah Bamfield just guilty of waiting for the ball to come to her there. As Argentina playing the ball out the sideline. It looks like Julio playing the ball and umpire having a signal of come here to somebody. Looked like two players were getting a bit hodgy-bodgy. She's trying to calm them down, but at the moment, a heated discussion ensues. They give each other a high five and saying that's fine, and they're both happy. That's a good thing about Masters World Cup. A lot of camaraderie, super intense competition on the field, but at the end of the day, we're enjoying the game and having the right spirit. Lucy Joy just on the ball in the far corner there. And Argentina now have to reset. going for the trough ball. England being patient, holding off here. Ball down the side, and Argentina, some good passes. Not making much ground. A lot of width on the field, but not going forward, and they're back in their 22. Little clever disguise, dummy thrown. And the ball back in the middle of the field as Sabas looking for the hit. Probably should have gone for the shorter option there. Again, line up the long hit there. Players down the field. And as always, Embry. Route to one blocker, making sure nothing comes through there. As England get on the counter. Butterworth, the goal scorer, running through, setting up a good ball. Nicholas in the middle of the field. And a harmless ball over the baseline. Was under pressure, so couldn't turn fully. Chose to come back, throw it down the channel. Just wasn't anybody there to pick it up. Argentina just not having as much flow of the game as they did in the second and third quarters. Ooh, the sting gone under their tail. They've hung two forwards high in the hope of winning the ball and set up a counter-attack. But Hall and Embry very conscious of where they are. As another ball goes forward. Trudy Hall in the top corner. Dropping the ball back, looking for the slap into the circle. The ball goes in, but not as far as an Argentinian foot. And in the ensuing play, Argentina a little bit guilty of taking their time on the ball, and Sarah Bamfield, the captain, stepping in from blindside, tapping the ball onto their foot, and England winning their third corner of this match. Their first short corner was a straight hit. It came off the keeper for a rebound goal. So they'll be hoping to reenact that in some way. A lot of English players around discussing the options here. 5 odd minutes left in this match. A goal now really would seal it, you would think, for England. Injections out. Trap on first, Castle. Little slip to the left. Ball fired in. Again, the ball in the area, and a penalty flick given because the player on the ball got bumped by a defender. It looked like a soft bump, but umpire decreeing that there was a deliberate foul for some reason. And the ensuing option here is a P flick to England. And Embry stepping right up and saying, "This is my job." Loses the goalkeeper and captain. Some of the Argentinian players just checking with everything. Time stopped, just under 5 minutes left in this match. Embry's trying forward, waiting for the umpire to tell her she can flick it. Flicking the ball bottom left. Bit of a roll flick, but more than enough. Put it to skies. More than enough to put England 3-love up here. And after all the running, Argentina will be very disappointed. Haven't been in this match and making all the chances happen for them, just unable to put them away. England, on the other hand, controlled, collected, defended Stokely, and when they've had their chances going forward, they've just ensured they've gone in. And those 3 chances that have gone in, a 3-love lead. They'll walk away from this saying they've dominated this game 3-love, but that won't be a full reflection of this match. Argentina will be unhappy. It'll keep England's unbeaten record in the pool, put them top of the pool. They finished their campaign in the pool stages today. They'll now wait for the playoff matches to see who finishes where and what the outcomes of other games will be, to see who they play against in the playoffs. Argentina still got some games left. They're still playing against the Allianz team. It's a spirit of Masters hockey team put together for the games. That game happening tomorrow, so they're still got to play that to see what points come out there, and if they can come out of that game with the win, would put them second in the pool. But Ireland also in this pool, close behind, and those results also count towards where people go and how we finish off. But England looking the stronger here as the ball goes in the circle again for Argentina, and just no control. Ball popped up and crept under the stick. As we head towards the last 3 minutes of this match, England now realizing they've got scoreboard on their side. If there's no need to rush and play anything, Argentina, the quick ball Sabas again down the middle of the field. Little 1-2 pass, just not finding it back to, and again, Embry, who just scored the P flick, winning the free hit in the midfield and taking no time to fetch the ball as anyone would in the situation with 3 minutes to go. Scoreboard on their side. They'll be looking to move this ball as far away from Argentinian players as possible. The trough being set up. Hall on the far side, snapping it across. Lisa Workman picking up on the left half. A bit of pressure on her. Argentina now trying to force the game, and that often means that there are some loose sticks, and now they have a chance, and they just can they take a backhand? Looking for the return. Didn't have a backhand shot on her. Was looking to pull the trigger, but decided to turn to the forehand. Knocked the ball back into the circle, and the umpire said that on the way through, there was definitely a stick check, and so has awarded Argentina their 7th short corner. England unsure about what the blow is for. Umpire signaling there was a stick check somewhere along the line. The advantage was played, but then was called back. As Argentina now have a chance to try and rectify the scoreboard slightly to reflect the effort they put in this match. Pasquale on top this time for the straight hit. The ball gets ejected sideways. Going to be slipped to Pasquale. She lets it go. Tarquini wasn't waiting for that. She knocks the ball across, but straight as far as Lucy Joy. And now Sarah Banfield knocking the ball downfield. Oh, sorry, to Sarah Banfield. She's got a chance up front. Running the diagonal. Unfortunately, running straight into an Argentinian defender. A lot of players streaming forward for England there. All hopeful of a goal. Unfortunately, the disposition happening. And Argentina won the ball on the halfway line. Again, resorting to the long hit. Nobody on the far side of the field to pick it up. As the ball, again, rolls all the way to the corner. And England will take their time here. Only 1 minute left in this game. An exciting encounter. A good top of the table tussle. But England, at the end of the day, will be happy that they got through this match. 3-0, a flattering score. Yet, it's still 3 goals and they've made the job done. They've thwarted all chances that Argentina have had. And that's mainly due to the defenders, Hall, Nicholas, and Embry, the stalwart at the back, who's done the majority of the work. As again, Argentina enter the circle, and there seems to be a ball knocked onto foot. A bit of discussion ensuing between the Argentinian players. Just not get any value for money when they do get there. As we head to the last 20 seconds of this match. Summary being England coming out 3-0 winners. They'll be happy with their performance. Keeps them top of the table. Gives them a good playoff position. Going into the playoffs as the crowd cheer this game down. They're going to cheer. 3-0 the final score, and we hope you enjoyed this game from sunny Cape Town. We'll see you again soon.
Así de mala vida el artista. That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
And there goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people that's just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.